You're listening to the RV Show USA, America's #1 RV lifestyle radio show.
RV dream today. Come on, America, let's hit the road. So many things to see, so many places to go. Freedom and fun go hand in hand when you're rolling in your RV across this great land. So buckle up now. What do you say? RV Show USA. Start living the RV dream today.
It's time for hour number 2 of America's only radio show about the RV lifestyle. Syndicated from coast to coast, it's the RV Show USA with Alan Warren, the RV Guy.
The RV Show USA. Start living the RV dream today.
And we're off with hour number 2 of America's #1 rated radio show about the RV lifestyle. Today's program is all about Hurricane Harvey and its aftermath, pertaining to RVs and to RVers, but it's a program that you won't hear anywhere else. This program is about the hurricane and how the flooding has affected RVs and RV owners and what you can expect in the days and weeks and months ahead and what you should do to be prepared when the next disaster strikes. Now, I'm your host, Alan Warren, the RV Guy, and a special welcome to our new RV and friends that are watching us on our live studio broadcast. Appreciate y'all being with us. Hope you're enjoying the show and that you'll invite your friends to join us each and every week. If you'd like to listen and watch to our live broadcasts and recording of the show, it's easy to do. Just add your name to our email list. We'll send you a link that you can click on every single week. All right. Normally, we have our friend on from mrvthebuzz.com at the top of this hour, but because of the situation in southeast Texas and in Louisiana now, we have a special guest, actually 2 guests on from now till the bottom of the hour. If you are an RVer and you have that I want to help, that need and feeling inside to help others, but you're not exactly sure how you can help, your answer is literally on our guest line right now. She is someone that is at Ground Zero in Houston. She's the Disaster Relief Program Director for RV Disaster Corps. They're a nonprofit that's made up primarily of RVers that help in disasters, just like this one that is happening now. So let's bring up our friend Susan Copeland. Hey, Susan, how you doing?
I'm fine. Thank you so much for having us on your show.
Well, you are welcome. I know we have so little time to visit, but I want to jump right into the, as they say, the meat of the matter. As you know, my objective is to help you and the RV Disaster Corps any way we can, and that is to help you assemble an army of volunteers that will help you. Who is the RV Disaster Corps, and how do y'all work with FEMA and government agencies?
Well, thank you for asking. We are an organization, a program underneath the Corporation for National and Community Service. That's a long name for the Domestic Peace Corps. But we've been around for 50 years, and we organize programs that help communities with needs. And there is not a greater need anywhere than during a disaster. It is so important that volunteers help us help them. And we found that RVers were the perfect solution. During a disaster, housing is critical. And one of the big problems that we find in disasters is that there's no place for the volunteers to stay and regroup and eat and all those things, because all the available housing is taken up with folks that have lost their homes or in a critical situation. And the idea was born that if we could bring people in that did not need housing, that a solution was right there and that could make a huge difference. We learned from many other disasters that we've worked on that just housing alone during this time is such a problem. And what better solution than RVers?
Now, how can our listeners help, Susan?
Well, it's really easy. All they have to do is log on to our website at rvdisastercorps.org, and they just sign in and they put in their information about themselves, nothing real personal, but just contact information and such. They can go through a real simple, quick training on what to do when they arrive at a disaster, and then they can tell us what's going on from that point. They can tell us where they're working, and we can tell them where to go. Coordination is critical during a disaster, absolutely critical. And this way we can inform the RVers where they're needed most, where they can make the biggest difference, where they can help.
Okay, hey, hang on, Susan. We also have on hold one of your senior staff members, and she is, I know, back at the home office, Ms. Jamie Allnutt. Jamie, welcome to the RV Show USA.
Great to be here, Alan. Thank you so much.
Well, so Susan is at ground zero. What are you working on at the home office? What kind of response are you getting?
Well, we're getting a fantastic response, and that is exactly what I'm working on, is getting the word out and increasing the traffic to our website. We've actually seen a response from 46 of the 48 continental states.
Wow.
Amazing. 46 states have responded, and our numbers are growing exponentially every day. Our analytic reports show us that we have communicating to a national audience. I'm absolutely just elated that so many RVers are responding to the call to help Southeast Texas and beyond into Louisiana. As you know, this is a nationwide project, so we're not exclusive just to Texas. But the RVDC is providing these opportunities to become actively engaged on your own schedule, on your own time, serve a few days, a few weeks, take a break, come back. You completely have your choice. I do want to stress one thing. Going on to the RVDC website, we make it very clear, please do not self-deploy. As Susan mentioned, coordination is key. Please do not self-deploy. Simply go online, register, and complete the basic training, and we'll take it from there and keep you informed.
Okay, hang on, Jamie. Susan, what are the volunteers? I know you're at ground zero there in Houston. What are the volunteers going to be doing? Tell me if I'm a volunteer. What am I doing?
Well, depending on your skills, if you have specific skills, we'll send you into that area. Right now, what the big need is for people to come in and help with the shelters, the phone banks, helping feed the crowds. Eventually, when it's the right time, they'll be doing other things if they choose to. That's all dependent on the decisions that the RVers make. Do they want to do more? Are they needed for more? Everything is dependent on what an RVer wishes to do, how they want to help. And we're really trying to focus on meeting the needs of the RVers. They're giving their time. They're coming to help. We want to make sure that they're doing what they want to do. But the needs are very large. And so right now we know we're being called to action to get in and get these first few stages laid out where we're processing the homeless and the people that are coming and flowing in as we speak. People are being evacuated. We need to get these people in shelters, and so that's our immediate need, but it will grow from there. Certainly serving in what they call a volunteer reception center. That's a center ground zero kind of site where people flow in and they're sent out where they're needed most, or the folks that have lost their homes can register for assistance, or they can seek food or clothing. All those needs must be met, and it takes volunteers to do it. One of the things that we want to stress is that right now we have a lot of people helping, but those folks are going to have to go back home and back to their jobs. So the second phase of folks coming in the next few weeks will be very important. Perfect for an RVer. They can plan to be there. It can fit their schedule.
Well, Jamie, I saw a couple of Facebook postings today from people who have, they literally just in the last 48 hours have signed up at rvdisastercorps.org to be volunteers, and they're on their way to Houston as we speak, to help. And I asked them, I said, would y'all be on the show? And they said, well, not yet, because we want to get there. We want to find out what we're doing. But people seem to be so enthusiastic to really jump in and want to help others, and that makes my heart feel good.
Absolutely. That's the positive side to a disaster. It's a wonderful opportunity to serve, to give back, and you're humbled by the experience that all of our fellow Texans and now our neighboring state, Louisiana, we're humbled at the sight of what they're going through. And the RVers are just a wonderful community. They're everyone I've spoke to, and I spoke to many folks across the U.S., whether they have a connection directly to Houston or the Coastal Bend area or not. They're just called, and they want to come and serve. And it's just heartwarming to get all the responses that I'm getting from the folks.
What kind of people make a great volunteer? Because not everybody's got the volunteer spirit. Describe who the best kind of volunteer is in about 30 seconds.
Ooh, that's a big question for 30 seconds, but I can say that it's people who care, people who want to make a difference, people who have talents or skills or just have the heart for it. A lot of times the best volunteers are the ones that have been touched by tragedy or disasters themselves, or have known somebody that has had a terrible experience because of something in their community. Those are the people that get it. They really get it, and they want to get in there and help.
All right, you guys, hang on. We got to take a quick break. This is the RV Show USA special coverage for RVers of After Harvey and the Great Houston Flood of 2017. Thank y'all so much for being with us. You can connect with the RV Disaster Corps. Go to our website. It's right there on the homepage, thervshowusa.com. Be right back. I want to take a minute and do a little bragging on my friends at the boat.
Yeah. Yep.
Absolutely awesome. What do y'all think? I hope that they inspire our listeners. You know, we've got some people that listen in the studio, and we're grateful for that. But when the show reaches, when it airs on terrestrial radio stations and then it's on the podcast, the number of listeners goes up exponentially. And I am hoping that we will touch some people's hearts, and you guys will say, you know what, I'm going to do it. I wonder how long people have to be committed for.
I don't know, and that's a good question.
Something to ask when
But
we
I'm
come
sure,
back.
and Tom said that his sister and brother-in-law are being housed by total
Wow.
strangers. That took them in.
Wow.
It's unbelievable.
So does anybody want to call in?
Actually,
at the
for
bottom of the hour?
Texas, it's
Tom's
quite
gonna call in.
believable.
Oh, he is. Good.
Tom's
Yeah.
going to call
Good.
in.
Yeah,
Give a
for
first-hand account.
Texas, that is something quite believable, actually.
It is.
For Texans?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Amazing
And
people.
most
biggest
people from the
hearts
South are
from the
perfectly
biggest-
fine with that.
Biggest state.
Second biggest state.
Second biggest state, but the biggest heart.
Yeah, so most certainly. Most certainly. Except when it comes to the Red River rivalry, then they were cutthroat.
Oh,
What,
Kay's
Mary?
calling in.
Who?
Our
Okay.
daughter.
All right. Yeah, whoever calls in at the bottom of the hour.
Yes.
The first one in is the first one on.
Yes,
Okay,
that's
and we got to
the way
tell
it
them to keep
goes.
it short. I want it to a minute and a half. They got to keep it positive.
I don't know, can your
Oh.
daughter say anything in 90 seconds?
Yeah. Actually,
Well-
if it has to do with needing money, she can.
They
Okay,
told
here's
Tom
the
to call at
explanation.
8:30.
Yeah, I told Tom to call in 8:30.
We're in a break at 8:30. We come back at exactly 8:34. So you may have to stay on hold, but first
Yeah.
in, first on. Okay.
But if you call during the break, I can more easily juggle things, so...
And if you're watching on a computer like I've got my Mac here, hit the share button and let your friends know that we are broadcasting live and invite them to join us, especially if
Yes.
they're RVers. They want to find out how they can help the people of Houston.
Yes, please.
Do we still have RV Nana on?
I don't know.
RV Nana needs what? I'm in trouble. I'm always in trouble.
Yep.
Yeah. Price gougers. Brian's saying people are gouging prices.
Well, here's the problem, though. Here's the thing. You have to define price gouging, because in a capitalistic society where there's supply and demand at work, what is price gouging at that point? Is it 50%, 100%, 500% above regular market value during a normal situation? Because, like, say, if gas is at a regular level, everybody's going to run out.
Exactly.
But if they raise the price a little bit, you have to think, do I really need it now or can I wait?
Exactly.
And
That's true.
So,
That's a good point.
and also they don't know when they're getting resupplied. And they've got to pay for what they've already have.
Exactly.
And so when we talk about people raising prices in a disaster, how do you define price gouging at that point? Is it at all raising the price? Is it raising the price 20, 30, 50%? 500%? Yeah, probably.
Well,
But
let me tell you.
What would be reasonable at that point?
Well, I think right now we're at we're reaching a tipping point. It's going to get critical here soon. Where do we go? 22 or 21 after?
21.
Kelly
Okay.
said she
Back.
saw Best Buy selling water for $30 a case.
Which if you buy it at a ballpark.
Play
to help keep it that way. We'll send you a free Texas State Park Guide. You gotta take care of Texas, it's the only one we got.
Sponsored by the Texas Commission on Environmental Quality.
The RV Show USA. Start living the RV dream today.
All right, this is Alan Warren, the RV guy, with our special coverage of the aftermath of Hurricane Harvey and the Great Flood of 2017. On our guest line are a couple of heroes, in my view. They are from the RV Disaster Corps. We've got Susan Copeland, who is in the thick of it down in Houston, Texas right now, and at their home office handling calls and trying to organize everything is Ms. Jamie Allnutt. So, ladies, I want you to tell us, once again, you are not a group of first responders. We don't want to be first responders, right?
That is correct.
That's correct. We're not prepared for that. Our folks are support staff. They come in as a second wave to the already established opportunities to serve, such as the VRCs, the Volunteer Reception Centers. We come in and provide a second wave. And I wanted to stress, Alan, that I want to put a shout-out and a thank you to Phil Elam with TRVA. We would not have this wonderful opportunity to speak with you, I don't think, had we not met at the recent TRVA convention. And I want to thank Phil for introducing us to you and to all the RV dealers.
Amen. You know, when you guys got up and spoke, I was there because, you know, I'm interested, but I wasn't super, honestly, I wasn't super interested. But the more you spoke, I said, this may come in handy one day to let people know about. I had no idea within 3 weeks we would be talking like this on the air about such a disaster.
We certainly did not.
All right, Susan, can you give us give me an example? Describe the basic training process. So people go to your website, they click on the website, they enter their information. What is the basic training process like? How long does it take?
Oh, it's very quick. In less than an hour, they can be complete and certified with basic training. That also gives them, they will receive a vest and a certificate and everything that they need, so that when they show up at a disaster, they're taken seriously, they are ready to work, they are good to go. It's very easy to accomplish. It's simply going through and learning the steps, or not necessarily learning, but understanding what needs to be done and when, and how to go about doing it. Everybody needs direction.
Okay, Jamie, I want to ask you, where are y'all deploying your volunteers? Are they only in Houston, Texas, or because the hurricane hit there at Port Aransas and Rockport, are you scattering them across the Gulf Coast?
Yes, we will be along the entire coastal bend. At this point, we are waiting for the volunteer reception centers to be put in place. Once those are established, we'll have the opportunity to invite every RVer who has signed up to choose their location, and that's the real key about this opportunity to serve. You can choose your length of stay, and they can choose the community in which they want to serve. And it is RV Disaster Corps, corps.org.
Gotcha. Okay, so once I sign up and I take the basic training, Susan, how am I going to be notified? Do I get an email that says, get out of, hit the road?
Well, we will make contact through email. We will also post information on that website. We are able to run information in real time so that as we get it, they will get it. We will be able to coordinate through that process very easily from anybody's cell phone, anybody's laptop. They can stay in connection with us and with the disaster itself. We can be that link.
Gotcha. Susan, what are you seeing down there? What kinds of, I know we see all kinds of images on the news that are just, heartbreaking. What are you seeing firsthand? What are you hearing?
Well, everything that you are seeing is very real. It is actually happening. I don't think the media is playing it up at all because it's everywhere. The devastation is unlike anything I've ever witnessed, and I hope I never witness again. But I'm also seeing a lot of people who are just so grateful to be alive, grateful to have the help that's there. They just want to rebuild their lives. I have sat for 5 days with families that arrived with nothing but their children and a plastic bag of a few belongings. It's heartbreaking. But on the other hand, I did not hear one complaint, not one. Everybody was just so appreciative and so ready to get back to their lives. They just kept saying, it's just a house. I have my family. It's just a car. I can buy another one. And I know that people are out there to help me. That has been so humbling. There are no words to describe it.
You know, I heard somebody tell me that as a volunteer, it was better than being paid, that the income that they received emotionally, psychologically, spiritually, from being connected with people that really needed the help was so powerful and so important in their lives that and I think people are searching for that. That's why you've got so many RVers that are coming out of the woodwork wanting to come down and deploy with y'all.
Oh, I absolutely agree. It feels good to volunteer, but it also, when you can put meaning in your life, when you can do something for somebody else, it makes it worth it to get up every day. It makes it fun to get up every day. And there's a lot of laughter and a lot of hope and a lot of good spirit going on down there. They are amazing, and the volunteers are flooding in. I was watching the roads today. They're starting to open up, and you could just see caravans of people coming in, busloads and busloads of people arriving to help. That's very good for your heart.
And the RVers, it sounds like the RVers are the perfect part of the solution because, like you said, they have their own housing because every hotel, motel, every home, every room is going to be full in the Houston, Texas area. And if you've got an RV, you've got your house on wheels, so you're able to actually get in there and help, and you have a place to stay.
Yes, I talked to a hotel manager today, and he said that every hotel room, virtually everyone in the Houston and Coastal Bend area, they are booked for the next year. They're booked with FEMA workers and construction workers and insurance agents and media. There's just no place for anybody to go, and every available room is being used to house the people that have lost their homes. What better solution than an RVer that can come in and not cause a problem, but help and be a solution?
Amen. Jamie, how long are y'all anticipating you're going to be needing volunteers with RVs?
A year, at least.
Wow.
At least. The recovery. We're still right now just finishing up the response stage and just about to go into the recovery. And as you know, the track of the hurricane started down in the Corpus area. So Corpus is a little ahead of the game. They're beginning the recovery steps. But that will eventually spread to the entire coastal area. But it will take years before we're finished. And, you know, there's a real dollar value to the hour that you volunteer, and those hours need to be properly tracked and turned into FEMA. They result in compensation down to the actual community. It's something a little over $25 an hour is the dollar value of your volunteer time. So by going through our organization, RV Disaster Corps, we're able to help you track those hours and get them properly reported to the right entities for that reimbursement.
I got to tell you, I'm so happy to have y'all doing what you're doing and have you on the show. I want to get you on maybe next week, if not next week, the following week, to do a follow-up on this because it sounds like we're going to need to keep sounding the alarm. We need as many people as possible.
Absolutely, Alan. Thank you for that. Yes.
All right, ladies, I'm going to call it there. Thank you so much. I'm going to put up a link. We actually have a link right now on our website to RV Disaster Corps, and we're going to send every volunteer we can your way, okay?
We appreciate it, and so do the people down there. They need you.
All right.
They really do.
Well, we all need each other. Thank you all for everything you do. We'll talk again soon.
Thank you.
Thank you now. Bye-bye.
Okay, adios. What do you think, folks? Do you have the spirit of a volunteer? Don't you think how wonderful it would be to help those people and to say, you know what, I was part of the solution. Do something positive and get involved with them. You can go to RV Disaster Corps with an S on it, corpse, it looks like, .org, or go to our website, connect to them from there, thervshowusa.com. We'll be right back with open line time. Give us a shout. Well, the Big Chief's gone crazy at Lake Buchanan with this
Already.
Those ladies are amazing.
They got
Thank you
it
for calling the
going
RV Show USA.
on.
Can I get your name, please?
Who we
Hey,
got?
Tom.
Big
All
Tom.
right, so we'll be back in about 4 minutes. So let me put you on hold, and you'll be the first one up. Alrighty. Thanks, Tom.
All right, has everyone subscribed
Okay,
to our
calling the RV Show
newsletter?
USA. Can I get your
If
name,
not,
please?
please subscribe.
Hey, Katie, how's it going?
It's
So-
Miss Katie to you.
Awesome. Awesome. We'll queue you up and take it from there. Alrighty.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you for calling the RV Show USA. This is Goose.
We got some calls now.
Doing well. Who do I have the pleasure of speaking with today? Uh-huh. Okay.
If they're wanting money, tell them I'm not here.
All right.
What, baby doll?
David Dickinson wants to know where he subscribes. So
Go to the RV Show. Go put the V on it. TheRVShowUSA.com. Awesome. Click on subscribe. If you've never been to the website, you're probably going to get a pop-up that says enter our big giveaway.
All right,
click on that. Because every week we give away a great prize.
All right, so let me put you on a
at
brief
the end
hold,
of the
and
month.
we will. I've got 2 callers ahead
We
of you.
give one of our
So we'll get
subscribers
to you as
a
soon as
really
we can,
big
all right?
prize, like a fire disc cooker or an
Thank you.
RV technician training kit, an online training kit. What's going on with our little
So we got Tom, we got Katie, and we got Jen.
Jeff?
awesome.
Jen.
Jen.
Okay,
so we're going to go Tom and then my baby, but she better make it fast. So Tom, Miss Katie, and Jen. All right. Anybody else? 855-296-7469.
I've got one open line.
Okay. How you doing, lover?
I'm freezing.
Freezing?
Oh, freezing.
It's set on, what is it set on, 67?
It's set on, something like that.
67.
So I don't know how you guys take it this cold.
I have extra insulation, so I do it.
And I'm just a hot guy, so that's
Oh,
all I do.
My
Lord.
goodness.
And you're a cool mama.
He's just more than we can handle, isn't he, Goose?
Something like that, yeah.
I guess you could say that. All right. We got 3 people on hold. If RV Nana is watching, listening, please,
Or both.
you can call in the next break. We'll put you to the front of the line. I have not spoken with you in several days, and it worries me. I'm a lot of people.
She's
are worried
active
about
on the
you.
Facebook.
I know she's been on the Facebook, but I'm busy doing a show. I can't do all that.
Lord. Diana, I don't think he cares about you as much as he says he does.
I text her late at night. Are you floating?
We've been worried about her.
Yeah, when you hear what she was doing, what?
Somebody said no more pizza.
Yeah, Brian's not going to buy me any more pizza.
No more pizza for Goose.
All right, we are coming back to open
All right,
lines
y'all.
next.
Here we go.
As the RV Show USA rolls on, eventually, when I get this stupid thing.
RV. Yep, they're a bit of a drive from San Antonio, but the savings and the service you'll experience are well worth it. Connect with DeMontrond RV through our website, thervshowusa.com, thervshowusa.com, and click on Certified Dealers.
Big wheels straight ahead, never looking back. Big wheels, till lights gonna fade to black. Big wheels, take me down that road tonight.
And we got a lot of big wheels rolling down towards Houston Way, trying to help everybody out down there, and we hope we can get all the volunteers we can. This is Alan Warren. I'm the RV guy, and this is the RV Show USA. We have open line time for the next couple of segments. If you'd like to call us, if you have a story about the hurricane, if you were involved, if you were affected by the storm, we'd like to hear from you. Our lines are almost full. The number is 855-296-7469. Again, 855-296-7469. And we will try to get as many people on as we possibly can. Okay, let's go to line 2 with Tom. Hey, Tom.
Hey, Alan.
Thank you for calling.
Thanks for having me on.
Well, thank you for calling, and I know you've been in the live studio. Tell us your story. We got about a minute and a half.
Yeah, my wife and I are native Houstonians. Both of our families are here. My sister, we were okay. We got out of it okay. My sister and her husband lost their home and had to be evacuated out. My mom and dad, recently we moved them out of their home, but it was for sale, and their home is lost as well. It's underwater from Buffalo Bayou. And my brother almost flooded out, but barely. Just the waters went down right at the last minute, so he survived it. Stacy's brother survived it. So, It's been a bittersweet moment here for us. It's been crazy. We housed my mother-in-law during the whole thing, and we took her back home today. But it's been crazy. But I got to tell you, the thing that's been unbelievable is the outpouring of help from everybody all over the United States. Today, we saw a big group with a bunch of trucks from California that had just gotten here.
Wow.
With a bunch of people and a bunch of supplies. We know the NYPD sent a big group down. In Philadelphia, we know they sent a big group down. And, of course, I don't know if you heard, but in Louisiana, they have this whole group of guys with all their boats.
Yeah.
Came in and evacuated a lot of people. And just the stories are just unbelievable. It's just heart-wrenching. We even heard a story of a guy and his dad. His dad flew in from out of state to meet his son in Austin. They bought a boat in Austin and drove into Houston to evacuate people out of flood.
Wow. All right, listen, Tom, we got to call it there. Thank you for being on the show. Thank you for being in our studio audience. We do appreciate it. And thank you for everything you're doing for the people of Houston. We got to go on to line 3. All right, Miss Katie, you got to make it quick, baby.
Well, can you hear me?
Yep, go.
No, you're not a big fan of social media, but one of my professors today, she was telling me her daughter came in earlier in the week to visit, bring the grandbabies down, and they heard about the hurricane happening. They couldn't drive all the way back. They didn't want to get stuck in the traffic, get stuck in the hurricane. So they posted on social media that their dog was left in the house, and one of their good friends, one of the family friends, had to break into the house, but they rescued the dog. And, fur babies are family.
Yes.
How nice. How
he's
nice.
back in San Antonio, and
awesome.
It's been an awesome show. I love hearing how people are working together and what people can do to get people through this.
Well, thank you. Thank you for calling. Thank you for the story. And let's go on to line 4. All right, Jen. Jen, you there?
Yes.
All right, we only have about a minute and 15 seconds. So thank you for being on the show. What you got?
I just wanted to tell everybody thank you, thank you, thank you. My husband is a first responder. He's a police officer with the city of Missouri City. He has been working nonstop since they were called into duty. I believe it was Sunday morning. All the days are kind of crazy. I haven't seen him since then. But it has been amazing. He's called and he's texted, and the outpouring. We've had people from the community bring in pizzas, hamburgers, cooked chickens to make sure that the firefighters and the police officers and all had everything they need to keep the community safe during all this. So thank you to any of those who are out there in Missouri City, Sienna Plantation listening. It's really lifted the spirits of the officers with all of your help.
I love hearing these positive stories. I just love it. So anyway, thank you. Thank you for calling. And I got to start wrapping it up. We got to go to a break. But folks, if you've got a story, if you've been affected by Hurricane Harvey and the aftermath, the great flood, as they're calling it, of 2017 that hit Houston and Southeast Texas, we want to hear from you. We got one more segment to go. The number is 855-296-7469. One more time, 855-296-7469. Got a lot of people asking how they can subscribe to our newsletter. Real simple. Takes you about 1 minute to do. Go to our website, thervshowusa.com. Put it all together, thervshowusa.com. Click on subscribe. You're there, and you're automatically entered to win a bunch of prizes, too. thervshowusa.com. Be right back.
Have you ever dreamed of an amazing life?
Jennifer, when we come back.
All right. All right. I am
Thank you for calling the RV Show USA. This is Goose. Hi, Diana. How are you?
It's RV Nana.
RV Nana.
Yes, we are. So we found you. Yay. So I'm going to put you on hold. When we come back from the break, we have one caller ahead of you.
And we're going to go real quick on that.
And so we'll talk to Jennifer, and then we'll come back and talk to you. All righty? Thank you, ma'am. Please hold.
RV Nana is on, folks. She's our friend from PPL Motorhomes right here behind me. And they're the nation's largest consignment RV dealer. They've got a heart of gold, and I've been worried sick about them for the last week. I really have. And
It's scary.
I haven't spoken very much with her, but I've never met anybody in my life that is more up, that is more happy, that is more positive, and I guarantee you, whatever it is, she'll make something good out of it. I know that.
Very good.
So I'm just glad she was listening and watching and called us. Thank you to everybody that's new, that's watching. We are most grateful. We would hope that you would subscribe to our newsletter. Please tell your friends about us. We are growing this show, and we're getting new markets all the time, and we have got a lot of people that are listening on various Facebook group pages. We're pretty excited about that. So go to our website, hit subscribe. Like I said, every week we draw a winner. But did I say this yet? I don't think so. When you subscribe to our newsletter, every week we mail out a newsletter, and on Mondays we pick a winner. It's somebody that subscribes to it, okay? But you have to open the newsletter and see if your name is in the newsletter. If
You
so,
have to respond and say, I want my prize.
send me my stuff. It could be a coffee
T-shirt.
mug or a ball cap or a T-shirt, or if you're our monthly winner, you could win like a $400 prize, an RV Tech training class.
By Mr. Terry Cooper.
From Cooper, like 35 hours of videos and workbooks and all kinds of cool stuff, or your choice of that, or a great fire disc cooker that we just gave away for the month of August. Yeah, so go to our website, click on subscribe, enter your info, and we're in. Well, we got a little bit over a
So
minute.
Pedro is very confused hearing your voice.
He's a
Pedro.
crazy dog.
Pedro's going to get some loving when Daddy gets home.
Uh-oh. So
Gretchen. The Gretchen is the lady I was talking about. Gretchen sent a photo. She's the one that said she was driving down the interstate that they had just... I'm watching on my laptop. Hey, Gretchen.
That's right, Kelly. It would be a tough choice between the training or the cooker. That would be rough.
Right now, I think a lot of people need that
training.
That training and education.
Yeah. And the great part is, what is it? Next Monday, our monthly winner will be announced.
Well, I've already announced.
Oh, you
already
announced
did
it.
I already did it.
Oh well.
But we start a new month.
Yes, we did.
I want a hat. Who
Yes,
said that?
Kelly wants a hat.
Kelly wants a hat. Yes, we did, like an island in the
Yep.
storm.
Yes.
They didn't have any
Very blessed.
RVs
Heard
messed
of
up.
people, they made it without RVs getting flooded. Oh,
That's
I love
awesome,
that.
Awesome.
Okay, who do we have first? Jennifer?
We have Jennifer first and then Diana. So stay tuned, everybody. Calls coming up next.
855-296-7469.
As the RV Show USA rolls on.
Deal on a used RV, you gotta check out PPL Motorhomes. They're in New Braunfels at exit 193, and they're open today at 9 a.m. PPL Motorhomes, exit 193 in New Braunfels.
The RV Show USA. Start living the RV dream today.
We are trying to put a positive spin. We're trying to look for the good in what has been a really rough week for a lot of people in Houston and Southeast Texas. This is Alan Warren. I'm the RV guy, and you're listening to the RV Show USA. It's open line time, 855-296-7469. We'll get you on if you got a story about your involvement and how you were affected by Hurricane Harvey. So let's go on to Jennifer. Jennifer, how you doing?
Hi, Alan. How are you?
Fine. Thank you for calling. Can we do it in about a minute or so? Can you tell us?
Absolutely.
Good
Yeah,
deal.
we moved down to Surfside Beach, which is close to Galveston, Freeport area, about a year ago, and we absolutely love RV life. And then this happened. We decided to get out quick before all the traffic and everything else. And don't get me wrong, it has been hectic, but we have made some really good friends. We have met some awesome people. Everybody that we have met is just, what can we do to help? Which, we took that as a blessing. How often do you see that nowadays?
So you got out of there before the storm hit, is that right?
Yes, we actually left on a Thursday, and it didn't hit Surfside until Saturday.
Yeah, well, good for you, and I am so glad that this is bringing people together, and I think people will make friendships now that will last their entire lives. And so, anyway, thank you for calling.
I know definitely.
You were on hold for a bit, but we're going to go to our next caller. Okay, Jennifer?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you again.
God bless Texas.
Yes, ma'am. All right. Up now, we've got RV Nana. How is RV Nana doing? Please tell us something good.
Harvey Nana is doing great. You know, as of today, I no longer live in a regular home in Sugar Land. I have waterfront property. Isn't that just an amazing way to look at it?
I was saying during the commercial break that if anybody can look for a silver lining, it is Diana LeBlanc from PPL Motorhomes. Now, when you and I several nights ago, I texted you. I said, "Are you okay?" And you said, "Can I call you?" I'm thinking, "Uh-oh." You called me and you told me what you were doing. You had the whole neighborhood over there at your house, and y'all were cooking fajitas, and Houston was flooding.
Oh, my gosh. I had probably 14 or 15 people here, and I don't know how many dogs here with us, too. But we decided we were going to have our own little hurricane party, and we were going to just make the most of it. We were at that stagnant time of, oh, my gosh, what's going to happen next? And you can only look at the news so much before it gets to you. It really does.
Oh.
So we decided to make lemons out of, or make lemonade out of our lemons.
Well, I'm so glad you did. And you said my closing monologue in just a few minutes is going to be about the news and the media, and it's so easy to get bummed out, if you watch everything. But there are wonderful stories out there. These people that have been calling, we've been hearing stories of heroes and volunteers and doing so many great things. How are your employees and your team there at PPL? And tell us about the actual business, Diana.
Well, my employees, I have around 90 employees here in Houston, and I have heard that about 7 or 8 of them have had losses from homes, and, they've lost homes, they've lost automobiles, and, of course, our first thing is going to be to reach out and help them. But overall, I had 28 people who made it to work today and showed up. I was not one of them because I am on this little island in the middle of First Colony in Sugar Land, but it's amazing. This team bands together. I've had customers who've reached out and wanted to help us and do whatever it takes. That's what it's all about.
So what about the RVs there at your dealership?
Well, we had right at 500-plus vehicles on our property there in Southwest Houston. Starting Thursday morning, my team band together, and they started battening down the hatches. That means they're closing all the vehicles, pulling in the slides, moving them closer together. And believe it or not, we had less than 10 vehicles that were damaged during the storm. Are we blessed or are we blessed?
Oh, my goodness, out of 500. It's a helpless feeling, isn't it? When you see all that, when I got your text messages, I'm just dying, because there's nothing I can do. There's nothing you can do. You just have to sit there and wait till it's over.
Well, and I was so blessed. One of my employees, who's kind of semi-retired, Bill Millar, and his wife stayed on the property in their tiffin out there, and they kept reporting back to me how things were going. I don't know if I could stay through a storm in an RV. I'm not real sure. It may be for sale tomorrow if it was mine, but I am so proud of him. He was there for me, and it's just an amazing team I've got there.
What do you see in the future, the next 6 months, 12 months in terms of RVs? I'll bet you're already one busy lady. You're going to be really busy. A lot of people are going to be selling and buying.
Well, when we had the last storm, we had a huge number of people who were looking to buy RVs because they needed a way to stay at their property while it was being rebuilt. They felt more comfortable to park an RV in their driveway and be able to watch the reconstruction and things that were going on. And those RVs will be used for about a year and a half, and then they'll go back on the market again. It's an amazing thing, and we have a ton of used RVs there for people to do just this thing.
And your parts department, I know that you have got one of the biggest parts departments in the nation. They're going to be lining up having to buy parts to fix their RVs, aren't they?
They are. We have had so many calls. Now, I will tell all of our customers out there, we cannot ship to areas that are flooded that do not have delivery service right now. It's amazing. You may be an Amazon Prime customer, but if they can't deliver to that area right now, it doesn't matter if you're an Amazon Prime customer or you're a PPL customer, you know?
Yep. All right, I want to ask you, RV Nana, what is your biggest takeaway from this storm? Because I know you've been in Houston for a very long time. You've seen a lot of storms come through. What's your biggest takeaway with this?
I think the biggest takeaway is we had a heck of a storm. I think this is the worst one I've experienced in my 60-plus years. But more importantly, it is always amazing to see people band together. Total strangers will help you, reach out a hand to help, to bring you something, to get you out, whatever it takes. It's amazing to watch that. And we all have to remember that, because in our society today, there's a lot of times we forget about how important it is to band together and care about each other.
You said it perfectly. All right, RV Nana, thank you for calling in, giving us a report. So many people care about you guys, and we're glad to hear everything's good. All right, get you on the air again real soon. Enjoy that waterfront property. It's going away pretty quick.
I know. Thanks, Alan. Bye-bye.
Right, talk to you again soon. All right, folks, I got one more monologue. Y'all hang with us. Thank you for being a part of the show. This is the RV Show USA.
Are you an RV enthusiast?
All right. Oh, I'm glad she's okay.
I am too. Wow.
What's that?
I'm glad she's okay is what I said.
Oh.
Thank gosh.
I mean, literally, when she texted me the other night. She said, because I said, "Are you okay?" She says, "Can I call you?"
Oh, Lord.
You know, I mean, I want to know, but no, I want to know. Mm-hmm. That kind of thing. Yeah. Then when she called me, she was all upbeat like she always is.
She really is.
She so what are you doing? She says, "Well, I'm cooking fajitas for the neighbors."
Oh my goodness!
She's something else.
She said, "We're all ready. If the water comes up, it's coming close to the front door. If it starts coming, and this was at the beginning," she says, "So we're just going to go upstairs. And everybody's going to sleep here."
Wow.
There you go.
How's that for a good human being?
That's
wow.
She's got a heart of gold. I'm telling you.
Yes, she does.
All right. So this is my closing monologue. Hope that I don't make any of y'all mad, but I saw a news story that made me have to just kind of.
I can guarantee you're going to make somebody mad, because that's the culture.
You know what?
we live
And I
in.
don't care. I don't care if they get mad, because everybody has an opinion.
They may have to tear down the Alan Warren statue.
Yeah. Well, you know,
Where is that?
Or rename Warren High School.
Oh my gosh. Still, I just can't believe that.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Let's don't get into politics. We don't talk politics.
No.
on this show.
I was just having fun. That's all. Not getting into politics.
Sure.
Just making stuff up.
All right, this is
Around.
a short break, too, everybody. If you just joined us, thank you. You missed 2 hours of probably one of our best shows ever. We've been covering the aftermath of Hurricane Harvey and the Great Flood of 2017 that's affected millions and millions of people. We've heard from all kinds of folks. If you'd like to volunteer, please come to our website and check out the RV Disaster Corps. We've got a link there on our website. Click over there, fill out the little form. You're going to take a basic training course. What do we got? We got less than a minute to go. You're going to take a basic training course, and they will deploy you. I'm telling you, your heart, you'll be like the Grinch. Your heart will grow 10 sizes when you become a volunteer for these folks.
And Diana, yes, a Jen called in. I'm not guaranteeing it's that one,
listen,
but yes.
You got the music ready and back time, because I'm going to be long-winded on this one.
That's fine. It's a 2-minute. It's a 2-minute music deal. I can do what I want.
Okay. Good. Yes, you
All right.
can.
So, last segment of the RV Show USA for this week.
Don't go away. This is going to be good.
Coming up next. Yeah. Oh lordy. Here we go.
On Lake Buchanan, stay for one night, get the second night free. This offer is even good for our super clean, fully furnished on-the-water cabins. Pay for one night, get the second night free. Make your reservation today at BigChiefRVResort.com.
The RV Show USA.
All right, in this segment, I'm going to stick my neck out. I hope not to make anybody upset, but I got to say it the way Alan Warren sees it in terms of this catastrophe. I suggest that you do not get suckered into the 24/7 news cycle of watching and listening to every agonizing minute of the news. It doesn't matter what channel you like. Every single one of them milks every story, and they exploit every opportunity to advance some narrative. They prey on people who want to fight. They prey on people's emotions. The tactics that the news media uses when a disaster hits are as predictable as the sun coming up. They're going to beat a story to death until the next one comes along, and they're about as real, I say, as professional wrestling is. Today's news is entertainment first. I'm just saying, first and foremost, it is not news. It is mostly entertainment. 99% of the time, the stories that you're going to see are not going to make you feel better about the situation. They're going to make you feel bad and sad. They're going to make you feel worse and try and steer you into believing their narrative. Even Fox News, and I like Fox News, they all do it. It is entertainment at the expense of people who sometimes have lost everything, and their lives will never be the same. If you want to not get bogged down with a negative, watch a minute or two of the TV news and turn it off. Associate yourself with positive people. As difficult as it may be, find positive people, people of action like the RV Disaster Corps. If you want to volunteer, awesome. Receive their basic training that is truly needed and get involved in whatever capacity you're able. If not RV Disaster Corps, align with good people, people of action. Try and not be lured into the drama and despair of the aftermath of the storm. It is not going to be easy to do. It's my belief there are way too many things that we can do that are proactive and meaningful instead of just sitting back and watching the same old video footage with people crying and struggling over and over again. My message to the media, hey, we get it. I don't want to upset anybody listening, but I saw this reporter on Fox News. This lady's she's on crutches, and she's coming out of this waist-deep water. This guy's got a microphone shoved in her face, and he's asking her these questions. I'm thinking, give her a break. Then on CNN, I see this lady the other day, and she's in total agony. Got a little 6-year-old daughter, and this lady shoves a microphone in her face, and this woman exploded on the CNN reporter. And I didn't care for her language, but she let her have it with both barrels. You know, reporters do have a difficult job. Their bosses require them to dig in and get in the thick of it, find the saddest, most dramatic examples to tell their story, so it's not really all the reporter's fault. I say there's a lot of work to do, and it's going to take a very, very long time to get things back to normal. Right now, everybody is in the I want to help mode, and I hope and pray that we don't get numb to the stories that will be coming out over the next many months, and that we'll have the same passion in 6 months or 12 months that we do today. That's the way I see it. Again, I'm not trying to preach. I'm urging everybody to see the news as what it is. It's entertainment, but we kind of call it news. All right, thank you, everybody, for being a part of today's show. From Ronnie Warren with FEMA, the Texas RV professor, the ladies at RV Disaster Corps, and our wonderful listening family, we are so grateful. Remember to subscribe to our free newsletter. Like us on Facebook. I'm Alan Warren, the RV guy, with my bride Lisa beside me, and our always excellent producer Goose. We'll catch you next time.